And now for the exciting moment. Oh my god! Pokemon from the Paldea region. So limited time dream gifts. I was like glued to my phone. What is your favorite? Let me know. My favorite, triple eggs. I could have eaten the whole box. Hello my beautiful friends. Welcome or welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday and we received very exciting news last night. So we will take a look at that together. But first, let's do our dailies together. So I already fed breakfast to my Snorlax, and I can make lunch, but I don't have enough potatoes for my Dream Butter Eater curry, so I'm gonna have to wait a little bit. So we'll see later by the end of this video whether or not if we have enough potatoes or if I have to use some ingredient tickets. And I also caught some Pokemon yesterday as well during my nap session, so we will take a look at that. But first things first, let's take a look at the sleep report. So the anniversary festival starts next week. It's a 2-week event, and they are slowly feeding us with some information, which is pretty exciting. I didn't know what to expect for the first anniversary, but I would say they are doing a fantastic job right now. Alright, so I could pick up a Bellsprout. Ooh, and there's a Dratini. The Chikorita looks so cute too. So I'm using my Victory Bell for potatoes right now. I do have a golem that farms potatoes too, but seeing as Lapis Lakeside has a preference for the grass type berries, I decided to go with my Victory Bell. But my Victory Bell has ingredient finding down, which is not really ideal. So that kind of sucks. Alright, so because I took a nap yesterday, I don't have a bonus biscuit today, so I'm kind of in a pinch. Do I continue feeding biscuits or do I just go on the search again at nap time and risk losing these Pokemon? And then there's 2 more bars for the Chikorita. But you know what? I don't really need Chikorita right now. I have a shiny Chikorita. I have a good berry finding Chikorita. I actually have 2 berry finding Chikoritas. But I do want to catch that Dratini. But I don't want to use my Great Biscuits. I'm going to feed it 1 more cookie. And that'll be it. Okay. So it seems like today is just not the day. We will finish snack time because I do want to save my cookies. And you guys will know why. You know what? I'll leave it at Bellsprout. So, no catches today to go through. Actually, I lied. We have catches to go through from yesterday's nap session. But before we do so, let's go here. Up our lead up day gift for day 3 of lead up week. And now for the exciting moment. Oh my gosh, look at this. So we have several announcements, 2 that are of interest to us. Let's go through the first one. So this is the news for the first anniversary fest. It's time to celebrate Pokemon Sleep's first anniversary. This 2-week event is a special time to celebrate the first anniversary of Pokemon Sleep's global release. In addition to the arrival of Pokemon from the Paldea region, such as Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley, there will be various other bonuses, such as 1 Pokemon for sure arriving hungry, and the opportunity to use Mini Candy Boost. So Mini Candy Boost is coming back, which is great. It's better used on lower level Pokemon though, so do keep in mind. And the Mini Candy Boost, you are only allowed to use 50 candies a day. So there's that to note. Also, limited time dream gifts will appear each day next to Snorlax during this event. You'll see what's inside dream gifts when you open them. Very exciting. You can complete limited time missions for the first week to get rewards such as Pokemon Incense for Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley, and Pokemon candies for the second week's mission. On top of all that, we'll be announcing new information about Pokemon Sleep every day for the first week of the first anniversary fest. How cool is that? So just when you think this is like all the news that you're gonna get for the event, there's more. And there's gonna be one every day of the week. So it's like an advent calendar, but not really. So yesterday, my boyfriend and I were out and about, and then Isaac messaged me on Discord and he told me to check out the news of the first anniversary fest. So I was like glued to my phone. My boyfriend was trying on some stuff, so it wasn't like it was really interfering in our moment together, but I was so excited to read what I was reading. Alright, so we hope you are looking forward to the event. I certainly am. So let's take a look at more notes on the limited time dream gifts. A limited time dream gift will appear by Snorlax's side each morning during the event in all areas. You can get various rewards by tapping the gift once per day. The lineup of gifts is the same for all researchers. Each day, the contents of the dream gift will be chosen randomly from the lineup. That means that all researchers who log in every day during the event will get the same rewards by the end, which is really nice. I feel like that will really help a lot with people feeling like some got luckier than others, or FOMO and everything. So I'm actually very happy that they decided to do that. Also, it gives us the opportunity to see what else is out there, because you can compare with other people what you got, right? So if you're watching my video and then you're like, oh shit, I can get that because I got something else today, you know what I mean? So note, if you don't accept a dream gift from the home screen after logging in, it will be sent to your gift box, so the upper right that you see right here. And you can't receive dream gifts in the following cases, so for days when you didn't log in and during tutorial mode. Now, I'm not going to go through the limited time mini candy boost all that much, other than to mention that Pokemon get twice the usual amount of EXP in exchange for using 4 times the usual amount of Dream Shards, and this function can only be used with up to 50 candies per day. So a great way to level your helper Pokemon if it is lower level. If it's level 30 and over, I don't really think it's worth it. Honestly, even like level 25, probably not, I guess. Really depends if you don't have anything else that you want to level. Now here are the bonuses. The following effects will trigger in the applicable areas during the event. So for all days for both weeks of the event, a few Pokemon of different sleep types will appear during the sleep research regardless of your sleep type for that day. Research EXP from sleep research will be multiplied by 1.5, and a limited time gift will be received each day. Now for week 1 bonus exclusives, this is what's going to happen. So during the sleep research, one Pokemon will for sure arrive hungry, and this happens once per day. So you might not want to take a nap, especially if you're a new player joining, because your drowsy power won't be that strong and nap sessions are shorter. So the amount of spawns you get will be limited in terms of number. So I might not take naps until maybe like Wednesday or something. I don't know, really depends. And certain Pokemon will be more likely to appear during sleep research. We'll see those certain Pokemon soon. Now for week 2, it's a week where you can raise lots of helper Pokemon. So week 1 is where you can befriend lots of helper Pokemon, and week 2 is where you can raise these helper Pokemon. So the number of candies gained through sleep research will be multiplied by 1.5, also once a day. And final strength gains from dishes will be multiplied by 1.5, or 3 times for extra tasty dishes, or 4.5 times for extra tasty dishes on Sunday only. And certain Pokemon will be more likely to appear during the sleep research, and the limited time candy boost will be available. So week 2 is the limited time candy boost. Now, this is what probably a lot of people are excited for. The new Pokemon that are coming during this first anniversary fest, the Paldea starters. So here it is. I won't go through all of them. Although Topalo, I have to mention, always does not get much love. But I guess it makes sense. Like, I can't really imagine Sprigatito or Quaxly's evolution lines in Topalo. And Siren Beach, at first I was like, kind of weird for Fuecoco to be there. But I guess like fire, and then you think lava, and then you think like beaches. So that to me was like my reasoning behind like, wow, I guess Fuecoco does make sense for Siren Beach. And Greengrass Isle, you'll see the Sprigatito and Fuecoco. Well, the Sprigatito evolution line, and then only the starter for Fuecoco and Quaxly, the base evolution. And then you'll see Siren Beach and Lakeside are pretty similar in terms of they have one Pokemon that has all 3 evolutions appear, and then one of the other starters. So, actually no, it's just Quaxly. Quaxly's full evolution shows up in both Cyan and Lakeside, but for Lapis Lakeside, all 3 from Sprigatito, and then Siren Beach is all 3 from Fuecoco. And then Greengrass is all of them from the Sprigatito line, and then Fuecoco and Quaxly. So where will I go, I wonder? I think I'm gonna probably end up staying in Greengrass Isle. I mean, I think for sure the first week is only happening in Greengrass Isle, so we have a chance to catch all 3 starters with a little bit more attention on Sprigatito's evolution line. So depending on how well I go there, I might venture off. And let's see if there's any additional important notes that we should look at. I don't think there is, so we will move along. And the cop cars are going buck wild as well, because they probably heard about the new arrivals happening. Much excitement. Also, it's super gloomy, gloomier than yesterday, and it looks like it's gonna rain. Alright, so new arrivals, Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxly. What is your favorite? Let me know. My favorite, in terms of cuteness for the base evolutions, it's really a tie between Sprigatito and Fuecoco. Quaxly's little like hairdo thing isn't really doing it for me, you know? So there have been reports of Sprigatito, Fuecoco, Quaxly, and their evolutions appearing near certain areas. Maybe this is thanks to the sleep research you've all been conducting. It may be possible to encounter them during sleep research sometime soon. So all the arrivals, super exciting, and then you'll see again. And surely there will be some picture infographics, so that's always a little easier to look at when deciding instead of looking at text. At least for me, I'm a very visual person. And then you'll see here the sleep types for it. When I looked at this, I was surprised that the second evolution for Fuecoco is up here in dozing. Like, they could have balanced it like 3-3-3, but they didn't. So I thought that was interesting. So wow, is that not exciting? And surely as the time approaches, we will get even more news on what type of Pokemon, or not what type of Pokemon, if they're skill-based, berry-based, ingredient specialist, and also ingredients. I feel like surely there's going to be like perhaps lots of beans, because they did buff beans recently. I also wonder if they are going to introduce new main skills, but then I feel like that's not really fair to the other starter Pokemons, you know? I feel like it made sense for Dedenne and Cramorant, but who knows? We'll see. I also think they will increase the research rank to 60, up the levels of some stuff, maybe let us increase our ingredient bag, and the long-awaited increased friendship list, which means I could add more of you guys on this. We can collect more candies, get more rewards, and it'll be amazing. So I'm very surprised about the every day there will be new news about the game for the first week. So that is 7 days of new information we're going to be receiving. And 7 days that I should be filming if I want to stay on top of it all. You know, oh my god, Huntress77. Congratulations on the shiny Larvitar. Super beautiful. Sometimes when I'm going through the new news or updates or event notes, I wonder, like, do you guys find it pointless that I'm reading it out? But then I'm thinking I like to read it out in case, you know, some people have trouble reading, or you just want to have that information refreshed in your memory, having someone else read it for you instead of reading it for yourself. You know what I mean? Also, I mentioned this once before. It was to MP's comment when they said that the way I say let's take a sip together when I have matcha, it sounds like I'm hosting like something. Like, but basically when I read that, I took it as how I used to feel when I watched Mr. Rogers growing up, right? Like, he just seemed like a great host. He really talked through what he was doing. And I remember reading something in the past where there was this girl who was blind. So she didn't know when he was, oh, congratulations, Wei, on the shiny Rattata. But the little girl didn't know when he would be feeding the fish, right? So ever since then, when he was feeding the fish, he'll be like, I'm feeding the fish now, because she's more of a auditory watcher because she's blind. So I like to think that I'm doing that for someone as well, you know? You never know. Like, I've met some people and have some family members that are dyslexic as well. So sometimes, like, the huge wall of text can be overwhelming. So there's also that. Alright, so 2 shinies today out of the 50 people in our list. And let's check to see. Oh, my Snorlax is growing up. And you'll see here, it finally skips that other screen. Hopefully they'll shorten it even more. If it's just like the double rings that go around Snorlax and that's it, you know? One day. Oh my gosh, I finally got enough potatoes. We'll feed our little buddy later. First, let's go into the Pokemon box. Alright, so yesterday I caught this Riolu. It's not bad. So Riolu is a skill-based Pokemon. Potatoes and eggs. And here you go. Helping speed, S&M, M&S, skill trigger, inventory up, and then helping bonus that is very late. Am I ever going to use this? Probably not. I have 2 shiny one shiny Riolu, 1 shiny Lucario. So probably should discard this because I just don't see myself using it, and it's just going to keep up space. And then the Swablu, I caught this Swablu yesterday. So it is a triple eggs, so I like that a lot. And helping bonus at level 10, helping speed S, skill trigger S, ingredient finder M. Not really ideal on a berry finder, but I'll take it. And then inventory up S. I'm not mad about that because Swablu only evolves once, so I actually like having a large carry limit as well. Although I know, like, sneaky snacking and all that stuff, but yeah. And then it's a lonely nature. Do I wish it had berry finding? Yes, but probably very usable for the time being until I find like that one unicorn of a Swablu. But very happy of this find, so I started. Alright, let's do our lunchtime. Yesterday I did some groceries and I found when I saw this, I was so, oh my gosh, I don't even have enough. All right, it looks like we are not going to make lunch today, but I do have 2 stories to share with you guys. So the first one, this one is very exciting to me. I was grocery shopping. I was looking through the ice cream section. I normally don't really pick up ice cream, also because our freezer is just so small, so I'd rather dedicate that space to freezing meats and stuff like that. But if you guys remember, a couple of videos ago, I talked about the strawberry shortcake ice creams that you could use to find easily in those like push cart ice cream carts, and it is so hard to find. And then I was on TikTok and I saw people talking about it, and supposedly there are some ice cream brands who are bringing it back. But the Good Humor one, I cannot find anywhere. But there's this Canadian ice cream brand called Chapman, and they make their version of the strawberry shortcake ice cream. And guess what? While I was grocery shopping, I found it at the Asian supermarket, out of all places. So I was over the moon. I was so excited. I picked up a box. Sadly, I don't really have experience buying ice cream, especially like putting it in your car and everything. It was a hot day. I don't have an ice cooler or all that stuff, so there was like no way of really protecting it. So there were 6 bars, I think, in there. 2 made it alive. The other 4 kind of got squished. The stick was pushed in, but you could still eat it. It's just like aesthetically not pleasing. So I tried a bar last night. Oh my gosh. Does it taste exactly like what I remember from my childhood? No. I think what I remember from my childhood is definitely more sweeter, and the ratio of ice cream to chocolate layer to strawberry shortcake crumb, there was definitely more ice cream in what I remember from my past. But the Chapman one totally hits for adult me. There's a perfect amount of ice cream. So the inside, it starts with strawberry ice cream. It's not too sweet, not too tart. And then it's encased in vanilla ice cream. Not too sweet as well. And then you got your strawberry chocolate cover coating. The perfect layer. It's not too thick. It's not too thin. The chocolate melts beautifully in your mouth. The flavor of the strawberry, not artificial at all. It's so good. And then the perfect amount of strawberry shortcake crumb. And initially when I looked at it, I was like, I don't know if there's enough strawberry shortcake crumb, but there was. And I gotta say, it is quite a bit of a messy eat because the crumbs do fall, so careful for that. But does it hit? Yes, I freaking love it. Is it exactly the same as what I ate when I was younger? Exactly, no. But I would say it's definitely for the mature palate. It's for people who have grown up eating that ice cream, who aren't really into super sweet artificial stuff anymore, and want a more luxurious feel when it comes to the strawberry shortcake ice cream popsicle. So I'm so happy. I ate 2. And mind you, I am a little lactose intolerant. This is something that happened naturally as I grew. So I wasn't before, but I am now. And I sacrificed my stomach for 2 bars because it was that good. And to be honest, I don't eat a lot of ice cream because I just find it's pretty sweet. But I honestly think I could have eaten the whole box yesterday. Had my stomach not told me otherwise, I probably would have done it. So that was like the highlight of my day yesterday. And after my boyfriend came back from work, we also took a walk around just to enjoy the weather. So that was a lot of fun as well. And after my groceries, I went to drive-through because I have not filled up my stomach for that day. So I was a little peckish. So I went through a drive-through, and then as I got to the drive-through window to pay, the person servicing me, I would say he's about my age, if not like 27-ish. So I was probably, I don't know, I felt like I was a little older. Hard to tell, really. But he gave off like really young vibes. I would say like 30 tops, but he really seemed like he was 27. So I paid for my order, and he told me that he gets the exact same order, same modifications. He was telling me like, really great choice, and I was like, oh, thank you. And he was like, so how was your weekend? And I was like, oh, it was really long. And he was like, he leans in and he's like, tell me about it. And I'm like, whoa, okay, like this is getting pretty personal. I don't dislike it. Like I find it's very friendly. Most drive-through workers or people in fast food, I feel, are kind of like meanie bobinis, you know? So I kind of appreciated that he was super chill. So I told him about my day. I told him how busy I felt. And he was like, wow, your weekend seemed pretty packed. Like you must be so popular. Like as a joke, obviously. And I laughed. And then he went back to take another order and then came back, continued talking. Actually, the first thing he made was a comment. I had this little Gudetama squishy on the dashboard of the car, so it's like, you know, cooking a fried egg in the summer heat. I thought that was cute. He noticed that, so he was like, oh, what is that? And I showed it to him and I was like, it's Gudetama, it's an egg. So yeah, that's how the conversation started. And then he asked me about my weekend, and then yeah, he passed me my order. And as he passed it to me, he was like, here you go, love. And I was like, whoa, I'm a taken woman. But obviously I'm not gonna be like, I have a boyfriend, you know what I mean? I think he's just like super nice. That's how he is. But it's refreshing to have nice social interaction like that from service workers, especially through drive-through and in the fast food industry. I was just taken a little aback, you know? So yeah, that was something else that happened in my day that made me think like, whoa. And then I told my boyfriend later about it, and he was pretty indifferent about it. Another thing, I picked up some facial towels at the Asian grocery store that I went to. And initially I was super excited about this. Usually I use the Bounty paper towels. I don't use like tissue paper or Kleenex because that causes a lot of pilling, and then there's like some stuff and fluff stuck on my face. So the Bounty paper towels, I don't have that issue. This, I was looking forward to it, but it smells so bad. It smells putrid, and I don't know what to do with it anymore. I don't know if it's just going to naturally like stop smelling that way. But yeah, I like to use paper towels to pat my face dry after I cleanse or after I come out of the shower, because sometimes towels are not as clean as you think. Like, I don't mind reusing the towel, like my body towel, for 3 days if I'm patting off my body after a shower because it's clean, right? But when it comes to water and moisture, it is a breeding ground for bacteria growth, which is why I wash it like every 3 days-ish, or replace it every 3 days. Now, body, I'm fine. I don't break out on my body easily, but I know that I'm gonna get a pimple if I do that on my face, which is why I use a clean paper towel every time, just in case you're wondering, like, isn't that a little excessive? It might be, but if I don't, I'm going to break out, okay? And that's just what works for my skin. So this video is almost 30 minutes long now. We talked about the first anniversary fest happening. So excited. We talked about the delicious strawberry shortcake Chapman ice cream, and that is so good. I heard the OG original is from the Nestle company, but I haven't seen that around. So Good Humor, Nestle, I don't really see that often around here, but Chapman is a Canadian brand, so easier to find. Delicious. Who else loves that ice cream? Because I do, and I cannot wait to sink my teeth into another bar. And yeah, my drive-through window experience, that was another thing. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Let me know, what is your favorite starter that is coming from the Paldea region? Mine is probably Sprigatito because, you know, flower vibes and everything. I love that. And don't forget to join us in the Discord as well. So until next time, you guys, I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. So take care, good luck, and have fun. Bye.